My wife is dead.
Charles Smith has just found his wife Betty murdered in their opulent living room with a knife in her back. The radio is still on. The time is 8 p.m. The date is July 17th, 1929.
Detective Brinkman speaking.
Hello, this is Charles Smith. My wife has been murdered. Please, help me.
We will send help immediately. State the location of the murder and how the murder was committed.
I'm at my home on 78th Street. Detective, I don't know what happened. She's all bloody and it looks like she has some stab wounds.
Try to calm down. We'll send someone to investigate, Mr. Smith.
And now we are hearing the scene after Detective Brinkman arrives at the Smiths' grand mansion. The time is now 8:21 p.m.
These are strange footprints outside Mr. Smith's house. I wonder why one side of the print is a round indent. Hello, Mr. Smith. Will I best take a look at the victim?
Oh yes, of course, Detective. Come in.
Oh, what's this? There's a watch on the ground right out here. Charles, is this yours?
Oh, I've seen a coworker of mine, Robert Humphrey, wearing that watch.
Would Robert have any reason to want your wife dead?
Oh, I don't know, Detective. He was outraged at me for being the reason he was fired, and he always disliked me at work.
Why did he dislike working with you?
Robert resented me for being at a higher position of the company, while he was a new employee, and might I add, quite a terrible one. I just had to persuade my boss to fire him, for he was causing the business to lose money.
How long had you and Mrs. Smith been married?
We got married quite recently, about a year ago.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. We will continue to investigate the murder.
Betty Smith's mother, Helen, comes to visit Charles and to comfort him. She is in a fur coat and has a diamond ring. They discuss her will.
I'm so glad to see you, Helen. It is quite a shame Betty died so young. She had such a legacy to pass down.
Yes, people are rarely born into such a rich family.
Shall we take a look at her will?
It says here that all her money will be going to you, Charles.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you, Helen.
And now, a message from our sponsors.
Get your Super Pops. Only 10 cents on sale right now. Get your Super Pops somewhere in a store. Super Pops, the best pops anywhere. Super Pops, the best lollipops ever. Get your lollipops now while the discount is on. Don't forget, Super Pops. SUPERPOPS. That's Super Pops.
Super Pops, the best pops you will ever see. SUPERPOPS. That's Super Pops.
And now, Detective Brinkman has just arrived at Robert Humphrey's house.
Hello, Robert.
Hello there, sir. Is there a problem, Detective?
I would like to ask you a few questions. Robert, are you aware that Betty Smith is dead?
Oh, no, sir, I am not. Is that the wife of Mr. Charles Smith?
Oh, so you do know Betty Smith.
Oh, not very well. Her husband Charles was my coworker.
I see. Where were you between 8 and 8:30 p.m. today, Robert?
Detective, I was here at home listening to the radio.
What show were you listening to?
I was listening to Mystery House, sir. It's a pretty good one, and I listen to it all the time. I love all the characters and how the mystery is.
Is this your watch, perchance?
Yes, sir. Where'd you find that? I've been looking for it, but I thought I'd lost it at work before I was fired.
Robert, is there anyone who can corroborate your alibi?
Yes, sir. My neighbor, Margaret Jones. She always seems to know where everyone is.
Thank you, Mr. Humphrey.
We now return to the story at 9 a.m. the next morning. Robert will be questioned further. Charles meets Detective Brinkman as he is leaving his house. The detective is reviewing his notes to Charles.
Our prime suspect right now is Robert J. Humphrey, age 46, lives alone. He may have dropped a watch inside of Betty Smith's house on the night he killed her.
Thank you for finding my wife's killer, Detective. When will he go to the big house?
Well, Charles, we don't exactly know that Mr. Humphrey committed the crime. We cannot proceed to put him in prison without more evidence.
He killed my wife and you're allowing him to get away with it?
No, Mr. Smith. All I am saying is that we need to prove he is guilty before putting him in prison.
Well, I think it must be him, for he felt most ire towards myself. He was outraged when I was the reason he got fired, and not having a job could have driven him to revenge. My wife would have been an easy target, and I'm certain he knew how much it would hurt me.
I will share as much information as I can.
Thank you, Detective. Please, find evidence as quickly as you can.
And now, Detective Brinkman is at Robert's neighbor's house, attempting to find evidence of the murder.
Hello, Mrs. Jones. May I ask you a few questions about your neighbor, Robert Humphrey?
Of course. Please come in.
How well do you know Robert?
Oh, I see him around. We've been neighbors for 2 years now.
Do you know where he was yesterday?
On my way to work, I saw him go to the store at 7:45. When I came home, I saw him outside his house, and we stopped to chat. He said he was going to listen to Mr. House. Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. Thank you for your time, Mrs. Jones. So how could Robert be in 2 places at once? Something isn't fitting right. I must say I'm all balled up.
Detective Brinkman is now at Charles Smith's house to review his notes on Robert Humphrey.
Greetings, Detective. Come in.
I've investigated your case, and it seems as though it could not be possible for Mr. Humphrey to be the murderer.
Are you sure, Detective?
Charles, is there anyone else who had something against you or your wife?
There was one man named George Lynch. He has a fake leg, and it seems there are small punctures that his leg made in the ground.
Where does he live?
In the apartment building just down the street. He used to date Betty and was bitter when we married. Edna Robinson also may have been my dear wife's killer. She worked at the store and was jealous of my wife's money.
We will take a look into that, Charles. Good night.
Thank you, Detective.
Now the detective has arrived at the residence of Mr. George Lynch.
Hello, Mr. Lynch. May I please come in?
Of course, Detective. What can I do for you?
George, where were you between 8 and 8:30 p.m. yesterday?
I was at work. I work at the restaurant now because my injury prevents me from doing anything serious. What is the problem?
Are you aware that Mrs. Betty Smith is dead?
Why, yes, of course, Detective.
Oh, really?
Indeed. The whole town knows, and it's a common table talk at the restaurant. They're always talking how she's been bumped off. It's been printed in the newspaper.
How did you know Betty Smith, George?
Miss Smith used to be my girlfriend. After I lost my leg in the army, I gained some weight and she broke up with me.
Thank you for your time, George.
3 hours have elapsed. The investigator has now also questioned Edna Robinson. He realized that Mr. George Lynch was much too wide to fit through the narrow back door of the Smith mansion. He knows they are both innocent.
If George Lynch didn't make those prints, what did?
Detective Brinkman goes back to the Smith mansion.
Hello, Detective Brinkman. Have you found my wife's murderer?
Mr. Smith, I have found Mr. Lynch and Mrs. Robinson to be innocent, but something has have to have made those odd prints. We still have some clues from the other day. We found a knife, a cane, and a watch.
Are you saying that you haven't made any progress? Detective, when are you going to lock up the killer?
Now, don't get enraged. I promise that I shall do everything within my power to find the killer. May I take another look at the evidence?
Of course, Detective.
This cane has a round bottom similar to the footprints outside. It looks like someone set up the prints to look like George Lynch's. I will take the cane and knife to the lab to test fingerprints. They may help identify the killer.
But, Detective,
I'm sure you will have them back by tomorrow.
Detective Brinkman found only Charles' fingerprints on the cane and knife. No one else could have committed the crime. The police arrive at the Smiths' mansion, about to arrest him for murder.
Hello, Charles. We are here to confront you about what we have found on the evidence.
Well, what did you find, sir?
The only fingerprints found on the knife and cane are yours. It seems that you've set up the footprints outside your house, attempting to frame George Lynch, and this is the knife used to murder Mrs. Betty Smith.
But Detective,
Even
I would
the
never...
watch had your fingerprints on it. What are we supposed to think?
But why would I ever... I want my lawyer!
Mr. Smith, we are charging you with first-degree murder. All evidence points towards you and you alone as the culprit. Lock him up.
Charles Smith has been arrested and will serve jail time for life. Join us next week for the next episode of Murders.